So cute. Oh, that's so sweet.
טובו מנעים, שבטחים גם יחד. הנה מה 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 טובו מנעים, שבטחים גם יחד.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
What a blessing. The few, the proud, the mighty who have come in and who have recovered from their Thanksgiving food comas. And everyone who's watching us from home here and afar, welcome, welcome. We're so glad we can all be together on this beautiful Shabbat. Let's take a nice breath in of Shabbat air and breathe out any stress. Oh, that feels nice. And we're going to begin tonight with a few announcements because we'll get all of our business out of the way. First of all, thank you, Betsy, for welcoming us with prayer books and your beautiful smile and your San Diego Zoo docent shirt. San Diego Zoo is blessed to have you as a volunteer there for how many years now, Betsy? More than
Except for the
20.
parking fees.
And the parking fees are, if you're a member, it's still going to be free. And visitors get to contribute extra to support the efforts of the zoo, I guess. Or you can just walk, schlep, Lyft, Uber, I don't know. So thank you, Betsy, for that. This month we are supporting Meals on Wheels and their holiday gift efforts. Our Meals on Wheels volunteers and partners bring meals regularly to the people who they visit, but at the holiday times, a lot of their people who they visit don't have family or friends, and so they bring them holiday gifts. And some of the holiday gifts are practical. It's true, people give socks for the holidays, and some of them are joyful. So we have a whole list of items. It's in the bulletin, it's on the website. Everything from gift bags to all of the items that will be put into the gift bags. So please check that list that's on the bulletin and bring them to the White Barrels. Thank you, Social Action Committee, for always bringing us the amazing opportunity to partner. And next Shabbat will be our Mental Health Awareness Shabbat. So there's going to be a documentary, I believe, and a special program that evening. And we want to thank our Recovery International team and Lisa Garcia for bringing us that program. It should be a beautiful evening. And next month we also have our Hanukkah happening. And that will be, I think, on December 14th. Thank you.
From 2 to 4.
From 2 to 4. It's a Sunday afternoon. That should be a lot of fun. Be sure to check the website for all of the Hanukkah events, and we'll have a nightly Hanukkah lighting in the courtyard. Am I missing any important announcements?
Family Shabbat, ugly sweater, family Shabbat on the 12th.
Last week I almost said ugly family Shabbat. We love all families and think all families are beautiful.
And Kwanzaa on
And
the 19th.
Kwanzaa Shabbat on the 19th, yes. And thank you, Barrett, for organizing that. And then we'll be on winter break, and I don't know what's happening. So
I haven't thought past that point.
Yeah.
Have I? I'm just going to try
Michelle and I will be in a coma.
Yeah.
And I think those are all of the announcements. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and if you didn't, you can try again next year. And with that, let's light our Shabbat candles. So I'm very parched tonight. I don't know what's going on, so you will hear me clearing my throat a lot. I apologize in advance. For our candle lighting tonight, I wanted to invite up our wonderful Meredith is home. Yay! And she's here for services. So Meredith, come on up. You can bring your parents too with you if you want. Desiree and Jim. Our candle lighting is on pages 2 and 3. Meredith has been a godsend because she has come over and helped watch Rafi while the preschool has been closed, which is great because otherwise, I don't know if we would have made it out of this week alive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And on page 3 we read,
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
hey, she's the best.
Please just stay. Don't go back.
And we've actually moved Kiddush and Motzi back to being at the end of services. I know everyone at
That's
home
good to know.
enjoy dinner and wine and a show. But we've returned to the Oneg of days of yore because you're invited to come outside at the end of services and have
Little schmooze.
Oneg, yeah, in the lobby. So you're now invited to turn to page 12. See, I worked in your days
saw
of
that.
yore.
I heard that.
Yeah, I try. Page 12. continue as we welcome Shabbat in as the beautiful bride that she is on page 20. Shamor v'zachor, b'diborecha, ishmi'anu, el ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet, v'litila, v'echad odi, Shabbat, lechu v'nelchat, ki mekor haveracha, merosh mikedem, nezucha zot ma'aseh, b'machshevat tfilah lecha dodi, likrat kala.
Verse 5.
Hitoreri, Iva Oren, Uri, Shir Taveri, Kavod Adonai, Allah Yifnigla, Tehadodi, Likat Kala.
Verse 8.
Yamin u'smol, tifron sivet Adonai, ta'aritzi al yadish, ben parzi v'nismecha, ben ha'ila lecha dodi, likrat kala. Toch emunei am segula moichala lecha dodi likrat kala enei shalom We've welcomed Shabbat. Let's now welcome each other. Turn, say hello to your neighbors, make new friends, keep the old. One is silver, the other is gold. Say hi, welcome each other. Share what your favorite dish was this Thanksgiving.
Your favorite dish?
There's a lot riding on this answer, Charlie.
Yeah. No pressure. Oh, really? Oh, cute. Hi, Mom and Dad. Rabbi, what was your favorite?
That's a tough one. My mom's candied yams came out amazing, and Barry's turkey was the juiciest turkey I've ever had. It was so
magic.
juicy and moist. Yeah, so delicious. So delicious.
Good answer.
And amazing mashed potatoes. I mean, all of it. Oh, so good.
My favorite
And I
is
tried.
the day after.
I know.
My
But you know, it's like
favorite.
midrashim. I can't. Yeah.
My favorite is the day after when you make a sandwich with everything on it.
Yeah.
That's
I tried an Instagram recipe,
what you try.
and it worked.
Oh, good.
I was pretty proud, especially
Just
since
send
I
it to
screwed up the recipe. So. And it still worked.
Excellent. Those are the best recipes.
Can be seated. And let's continue together on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach sha'arim, ubitfuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, bamishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom ubein layla, Adonai tzevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. And as we transition to our Ahavat Olam prayer, I want to really briefly just say that this series of prayers, the Shema Uvirchotecha that we're in right now, we go from this massive expansion, right? We begin by calling each other to prayer. We start with thanking God for the universe, and then thanking God for the gift of Torah, and then reminding ourselves that there's one God, we're in relationship with that God, and so everything is connected indelibly. And then we go forward into the world with that relationship and remind ourselves that every moment of every day, we should be expressing that relationship. And that's what the V'ahavta is all about, right? So how we treat other people, how we act, how we speak is all supposed to be a reflection of that covenant. And that's why we kiss the mezuzah. We kiss it on our way out into the world to remember, hey, you're a Jew, you're a representative of our people, so be kind, be honest, be fair, be a good representative of our people. And we kiss it on our way in to our home to remember, hey, leave the garbage of the world outside and be a loving partner, be a good spouse, be a good child, be a good parent, be a good representative of our values inside the home as well. It's hard being a Jew. We don't get a day off. So we don't even get a minute off. It's not easy. But as Tom Hanks taught us in the great Penny Marshall film, A League of Their Own, when Gina Roberts' character wanted to quit, remember when Dottie wanted to quit the team and go home and make a million babies with her husband, as her coach said? And he said, you can't quit, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. And she said, it just got too hard. And what did he say to her? Of course it's hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it. The hard is what makes it great. So, best movie line ever, besides all the ones in Blazing Saddles. And so this is what this series of prayers is supposed to remind us of. It's about the covenant. And at the end of that covenant is deliverance from narrow confinement, from slavery, and from a diminished life into a life of freedom to be in covenant. And so especially on this Thanksgiving weekend, when Lincoln gave the Thanksgiving proclamation, it was supposed to help knit a divided nation after the Civil War back together. It was supposed to remind us of our shared values, of gratitude for our existence, gratitude for our sacred books, our sacred Bible, and for our relationship with God, and our remembrance that what we share in common is so much more important than the things that we allow to divide us. And that message is repeated every single day in this series of prayers. So now that we've thanked God for our universe, as we go through these prayers, let us think about these same themes as we thank God for our Torah and move towards our Shema, and have this be our meditation for this evening. I think it's a beautiful one. And so with our that wasn't Hebrew or English. With our Ahavat Olam, let us give thanks to God for this gift of Torah and these prayers. Page 32.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shofenu uvkumeinu, nasiach behukecha, v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ata, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shofenu uvkumeinu, nasiach behukecha, v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayeinu, Torah yameinu, u'bahem yomam v'layla, ve'ahavata al tazir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Leolam. Page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Let's read together on page 41. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Page 40.
She was waiting for it.
Oh, Charlie knows how to torture me. I love it. And of course, freedom is beautiful, but then we face being in a world where we sleep under the stars and realize in a world without boundaries, without borders, the world feels really open. And that's beautiful, but also terrifying. And so then our ancestors wrote this beautiful prayer, asking God for a shelter of peace. Because as much as we crave freedom, we also crave homes. We crave boundaries and we crave borders so that we know where we fit into the world, where we can sleep safely, and where we have the opportunity to lay our heads down with the hope of rising up in the morning. Page 42.
Hashkifenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom, L'Shalom, V'ha'amidenu Shomreinu L'Chayim, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us the good wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Page 44.
Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Korei Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Korei Oneg Shabbat. Say
oldie but a goodie.
You were feeling the ruach on that one.
I love that. I love that prayer and that song. And with that, I'm in a Shabbosy mood, so I don't know about anyone else, but I'm ready for the Amidah. Everyone else ready for the Amidah? So this is our beautiful, it's the standing section of our prayers, it's the silent section of our prayers. So we're going to say our opening benediction together, and then we're going to go through the rest of these prayers. It's on, we begin on page 46. I'm apparently very excited tonight. We begin on page 46, and then we'll go through page 62 with the words on the pages, or whatever words are in your heart tonight. And then you can have a seat when you're finished, and we'll be back together in a few minutes. And we'll rise.
Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yehu leraton imrefi v'hagyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri v'kohali lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Bekoali, Bekoali.
One of my favorite earworm songs is, "Oh, how I wish I knew what I know now when I was younger boy." And I think it's one of my favorite songs because A, it's a catchy little tune, and B, that one sentence is so truthful. Oh, how I wish I knew what I know now when I was younger. It would have saved me so much heartache. It would save me so many banking fees. Would save me so many costly life tax mistakes. But I know what I know now because I didn't know it when I was younger, and that is how we earn our life's wisdom. This week's Torah portion, we find our young Jacob fleeing his family, and after having experienced God on the side of the road and realizing, oh, God is everywhere, he finally arrives to his mother's family. He tells his uncle Laban everything that he's done with betraying his brother, lying to his father, stealing the blessing and the birthright. And his uncle Laban welcomes him into his household, saying, "Ah, this one is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh." Now Jacob is so relieved to be welcomed in by his uncle after having spent one night out in the wilderness that he does not hear how dangerous a sentence that is. Because if you've just arrived someplace and you begin telling your uncle, "I've stolen from my brother, I've lied to my father, I have cheated my family, and I have run away from what I have done rather than face the consequences of my choices and face taking responsibility for my actions, and instead I have fled here to you." And your uncle greets you and says, "Ah, sonny boy, you're a chip off the old block. You should be worried." But Jacob is too young and too naive to hear what he is hearing. And so he gladly enters Laban's household with relief and gratitude. He has met his cousins. He has fallen madly in love with 50% of them and immediately enters into a marriage contract to work 7 years for Rachel's hand. We know how the story goes, that 7 years later, on what is probably the worst wedding night morning ever, he wakes up to find that Laban indeed never lied to him about being bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. He tricked him, and Jacob was given the wrong sister. The right sister according to Laban, but the wrong sister according to what Jacob thought he was entering into. And so he works another 7 years for Rachel. Now we're not sure if it was he had to wait another 7 years or if he was given Rachel at the end of the first wedding week and then worked another 7 years to pay off the second bride price. Either way, a terrible situation is created for these two sisters who are now married to the same husband and locked into an eternal battle with each other for their husband's favor. And in fact, every time when I'm doing a life cycle event for all baby girls and I give them their name and I bless them by the life moments of our matriarchs, I say to them, like Rachel, may you know and experience true love, and like Leah, may you have strength in the face of adversity. Because part of the cruelest thing of what Laban did was marry his daughter off to a man who did not want her and did not love her. And I can't imagine a more unfair and terrible situation than that, being married to the man who loves and is in love with your sister, but who still sleeps with you to make children with you. It's about as awful, I think, as a marriage could be. And we see the two sisters struggle with infertility at different points, and so bring their handmaids into the situation. Jacob has a pretty good situation by my count. But even then, he's still dealing with Laban and his sons who work to disenfranchise him from his own flocks that he's given permission to build and try and cheat him, even there, out of his labors. It's a very not good family situation. And as they come to the end of these many years of Jacob paying off his bride prices, and it's apparent to everyone that the family has grown too large and the flocks are competing and it's time for the families to separate, even then Laban and his sons try to take advantage of Jacob and give him the weaker herds. Jacob is a better
Herdsman?
goat herder, yep, and breeder. So he manages to use their own prejudice against them. He says, okay, I'll take the spotted and the speckled ones. I guess there was prejudice in ancient Israel against spotted and speckled goats. And they're like, yeah, you can have the spotted and speckled ones. And so he builds a stronger herd of the spotted and speckled ones. And they're like, hey, you're cheating us. And he's like, well, you were trying to cheat me. And it's shyster against meister. And two shyster meisters, two hucksters trying to take advantage of each other. And finally, it's like a vaudeville show. And the two camps separate. They run away. And the one thing that the girls are united in, even though they're locked in this terrible battle against each other, is when they leave Laban's household, they steal all of their father's idols. So in case we weren't sure whether or not the girls had any agency or feelings about what their father had done to them, although they may have been in competition with each other, they certainly were able to come together in their mutual hatred of their father. They steal his idols, and when Laban chases down Jacob's caravan to say, hey, you stole my idols, Jacob genuinely has no idea what he's talking about, and he's like, go ahead, search my tents. Rachel and Leah together sit in the red tent, the tent of women in their menstrual cycle, on the idols, and say, you're welcome to come in and search if you want. But men of that era were like, oh no, there's heebies and jeebies in there, and cooties. So the men will not search in the woman's menstrual tent, where they are sitting on their father's idols. This, by the way, was the height of biblical humor, because this is like a dog, this is like the movie Beethoven, where the dog, makes mayhem, the women sitting on the idols. And it's like the ultimate humiliation to Laban, that the girls have stolen his idols and are sitting on them in the menstrual tent. Laban goes away defeated. The girls are victorious in their mockery of their father, and the family moves on back towards Canaan to face their future. By the time they leave, it seems that the girls have grown in their wisdom of understanding that their competition is not with each other, but their anger should be directed at a father who abused them by creating this terrible situation. And Jacob has certainly grown in his understanding of what Laban's terrible words meant on that first day that he was welcomed. And he has grown in his strategic nature in life. And this strategic nature, while maybe not necessarily appreciated in all cultures and societies, is certainly one which will benefit Jacob and his sons throughout their wandering days. So why do I reflect on this arc of the story? It is so easy for us to look back on our lives and think about all of the wrongs that have been done to us and the injustices that have happened to us, and then to dwell on them as stories of wrongs and stories of injustice. And I can ask us to raise our hands, but I don't even need to ask us, because I know that everyone sitting in this room has gone through and experienced wrong and injustice. We don't make it to adulthood in this life without having gone through hurt and harm. Oftentimes at the hands of our family members, whether it was intentional or unintentional. It is just part of living and growing up. And then we have a choice as adults on how to view those things that have happened. We can allow them to be permanent sources of trauma that will forever inform a negative view for us on the world and its construct and our ability to move forward. Or, like Laban and Rachel and Leah, not Laban, excuse me, like Jacob and Rachel and Leah, we can allow the injustices that we have experienced to become sources of blessing. We can allow the bad things that have happened to us to make us wiser, to become sources of wisdom, to become sources of knowledge that help us to be better adults, that help us to be better parents, better aunties and uncles, better spouses, better siblings, and better grandparents, better neighbors, better friends, and better human beings. And this is a choice that every single one of us has. It is okay to be upset in our 20s and even a little bit into our 30s. I'll give us up until about 31, 32, to be righteously upset about the injustices that we have experienced. After that, it just becomes bitterness and resentment. And we know the joke about resentment, right? Resentment is drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It's not productive and it's not successful. Or we can follow Jacob's model and say, all right, so he took advantage of me with this contract. I'm going to become the best herdsman. I'm going to become smarter than my brothers-in-law. I'm going to become smarter than the man who shyster-meistered me. And I'm going to make sure that when I walk out of here, it's with the best star-spangled flock that anyone in Canaan has ever seen. If he wants the striped goats, I'm going to take the speckled goats and I'm going to make them the strongest herd. If he wants the solid ones, I'll take the ones he doesn't want. Whatever one he wants, I will be victorious, and I'm going to use my brains and my wits to get there. It is our choice to turn our hurt into helpfulness and to turn our trauma into blessing. And if we allow it to become so, then we are able to rewrite our stories into ones that become not just blessings for us, but blessings for the generations to come, because we teach our children what blessings really look like. And what blessings really look like is not manna falling out of the sky at our feet for us to go pick up and eat from. That's just luck. But luck isn't always going to be with us. A real blessing is being able to take dreck that has fallen at our feet and figure out how to turn dross into gold. That's why Jews are really good at humor. That's why we're really good at songwriting and storytelling. Look at our history, for God's sakes. We have been through the worst, and we turn it into America the Beautiful. America the Beautiful, or God Bless America? Yeah, America the Beautiful. I didn't mess that one up. Not because America was perfect or necessarily beautiful, but because we had been to much worse places. And even as much as some of our ancestors suffered here, we said, no, this place is so good. It is so beautiful. And we're going to work with America to make it even more beautiful. It was aspirational. And Irving Berlin saw something amazing when he looked at this country. And he wanted everyone else to see it too. He turned Jewish suffering into the most beautiful, aspirational, patriotic, poetic, beautiful song ever. We take Jewish suffering and we turn it into Blazing Saddles, which is, for people who don't understand, I've had people say to me, that's a really racist movie, Rabbi. I'm like, no, it is an anti-racist screed. How do you not understand that? It was visionary and revolutionary and said racism is stupidity. And anyone who doesn't understand that isn't like, oh, I don't get it. I don't get how people don't get it. Mel Brooks took centuries of Jewish degradation and overlaid it on American racism and said, what is wrong with people? And he made it funny. Instead of lecturing people and screaming at them and telling them, you don't get it, you're not smart enough, you're not with me. He made us laugh at it to make it swallowable, to say, yeah, racism sucks. Being prejudiced sucks. We should all be better and smarter. And maybe do it with some panache and a musical at the end. That's the beauty. That's how we create blessing. So my invitation for all of us on this Thanksgiving weekend, in which we encounter Parshat Vayetze and this story of Jacob and these poor girls who are put into the worst marital situation imaginable, is to recognize life happens to us. And you know what? It is not fair. Let's just do it for the vindication. Anyone have anything happen in your life that was not fair? Anyone experience suffering? Anyone have family members who are not nice all the time? Yeah. It's the universal human condition of experience. So let us be like Jacob, let us be like Rachel, and let us be like Leah, and make the choice, because it is a choice, to turn our suffering into blessing. And then we can be like them, sit on that person's idols, make it funny. As Carrie Fisher said, it has to be funny, otherwise it's just true. And fill our lives with blessing and a better tomorrow. And the hard-earned wisdom that is our privilege to carry with us. Because Jacob couldn't have understood what Laban was saying on that first day, but he sure as heck knew what Laban was saying on his last day. And he prepared for every inch of it, and so did Laban's daughters. And that's why they were able to leave with dignity and with their heads held high, and they made their children's lives a little bit better. I am not saying they were perfect parents. They were in fact far from perfect parents, but they definitely inflicted less trauma on their kids than Laban had inflicted on his. And that's the hope of every generation. A little bit less trauma in every generation, and eventually we will get to deliverance. May this be God's will as it is ours. And may we celebrate this Thanksgiving Shabbat with a little less trauma than last year, and a little bit even less next year. And with that, we'll conclude with our Elenu on page 282 at the bottom of the page. Let's rise, if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula l'yotzer reshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratot, velo samlanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You can be seated. We bring now the names of our loved ones who have died recently and in this season and years past into our hearts and our sanctuary. If you are in Shiva the first week of mourning, we invite you to rise and share your loved one's name. And on the Shabbat, we mark that we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Barrett Lambert, husband of Marilyn Blitz, father of Kalila Schoenhoff, and father-in-law of Brian Schoenhoff, father-in-law of Jill Blitz, and Alan Blitz, father-in-law of Kelly Blitz, and grandfather of Jaden Schoenhoff, Rebecca Schoenhoff, Jordan Blitz, and Morgan Blitz. We are in Shloshim for Karen Dix, sister of Mickey Zaitchik and sister-in-law of Ron Zaitchik. For Bernice Blatcher, cousin of Rhonda Schwartz. And Nancy Grace Bloom Geist, mother of Giselle Ginger Dunst, and mother-in-law of Saul Dunst, mother of Mary Epstein and mother-in-law of John Epstein, mother of David Geist, and grandmother of Michael, Stephen, Alana, and Andrew. If there are any other names to be remembered for Shloshim, we invite you to share them with us.
My father passed away 39 years ago.
That'll be for yard site.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And anyone who's in Shana Rishonah, the first year of mourning.
Anita Lawson, Judy Becker.
Mark Mazel and Helene Barlis. And on this Shabbat, we mark the art sites for Ella Gross, Sally Malberg, Marie Yellen, Saul Naiman, Helen Schulman, Isadore Shapiro, Miriam Wotitz, Rose Otis, Michael Blotner, Eva Skinner, Hannah Furman, Milton Gellens, Edith Haydu, Julian Morrison, Jean Evidon, Connie Corliss, B. Epstein, Rachel Kay, Martin Newmark, David Pimentel, Julie Thompson, Johnny Satloff, Rifat Badi, Miriam Bauer, Alexander Deegan, Israel Gorin, Linda Scher, Ray Goldberg, Walter Lowenstein, Max Switkin, Samuel Mason, Fred Schur, Betty Lias, Rowena Lupi, Ernest Charles Nathan, Eleanor Schwartz, Elaine Treisman, Ruth Bodian, Samuel Lynette, Joshua Morrison, Corrine Moss, Harvey Seiden, Frank Tishkoff, Irving Aist, Franny Blumenfeld, Sarah Hannah Goldberg, Saul Goldstein, Joan Jacobs, and Gary Jacobs, and Steve, what was your father's name?
Mel Lackman.
Mel Lackman. If there are any other names to be added for yard site or names to be corrected, we invite you to share them with us. If it's your custom to rise with the mourners, we invite you to do so. Our Kadisha tome is on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divarach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithale v'yithalal shmei dekudasha b'richu. Le'ela bin kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran pe'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rava min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Hamakom yinachem ethem b'toch sha'ar avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God console all who are bereaved amongst our people, our homeland, and throughout our world. And together we say, Amen. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of the ones that we have loved and lost continue to be a source of blessing and inspiration for us. And together we say, Amen. And you can be seated. Our closing song is right there. The words are at the end of our Kadisha tome. They're also on page 321. It is our prayer for peace. We're a little bit chutzpahdik in this prayer because we don't say to God, please, God, make peace. It would be so nice of you. We say, hey, maker of abundant peace, thanks so much for all this peace we have in this world. So we're like, calling on God with a little bit of that resilient, cheeky humor that I was just referencing that is our nature as we turn difficulty into blessing.
Oh, say shalom, bimromav,
Say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, say shalom. Shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen, amen. Shabbat shalom. Please
Shabbat
join us in the
shalom.
lobby for our oneg, and we'll see you for challah and menashvevitz. Yay! I'm so parched.
Oh, you're so kind. To be honest with you, I thought it was just mold because we had a flood in our house. I thought it was mold. But actually, it's not like